Hello everybody, and welcome back to my top 5 series yet again this month. This will be the last video of June before we start July off with a bang with the next retro throwback episode, so stay tuned for that. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at some Minecraft items that, while they might seem helpful on the surface, are really not useful for their respective purposes. These aren't the worst items, mind you, just the ones that serve their purpose poorly compared to how much effort it takes to obtain them. With that being said, let's get right into the video with number 5. Number 5. Wheat/bread. Now I'm aware that but instantly by putting this item on the list, I'm gonna get a lot of hate. But in all honesty, the sheer amount of effort it takes to plant wheat, aka making tools like buckets and a hoe of some variety, and gathering seeds and water, just so you can have an item that it takes 3 of to make 1 bread, and said piece of bread only replenishes 2 hunger bars per bread. The only good thing I'll say regarding bread is that it can be repeatedly farmed as a semi-reliable food source, and it can even be used to feed animals like sheep and cows and make them reproduce, so you can have an animal farm. But other than that, the item itself is really not all that useful. However, it's still a lot more useful than the next few items on this list. Number 4. Lapis Lazuli. While Lapis Lazuli is fairly common to find when you're mining for other resources like diamonds, iron, or even gold, the tools and effort it takes to mine to achieve the same blue dye you can get from blue orchids up at the surface, which can be gathered without tools, makes this item not all that much worth it. The only upside to this item is that you can consistently find it below ground, as opposed to blue orchids which only spawn in certain biomes. But at least these last 2 items have been somewhat useful, unlike this next item, which is even less useful. Number 3 isn't a specific item, but rather a variety of items, that being gold tools. Now, gold tools can mine through things like cobblestone or deep slate faster than even diamond tools can. However, the durability they bring to the table is even less than iron or even stone tools. This is not including the fact that gold is only slightly less rare than diamonds, which makes you wonder if you should even bother to go mining for gold ever. Coming in at number 2, we have redstone torches. These are potentially one of the worst items in Minecraft you will ever craft. Not only is redstone dust only found on the lower levels of Minecraft worlds, but when you use 1 redstone dust and 1 stick to make a torch, they only produce 1 torch, as opposed to using 1 coal and 1 stick to produce 4 regular torches. And that wouldn't be such a terrible thing, except if you consider the fact that redstone torches are even more dim than a standard torch. Kinda makes you wonder why the devs even bothered to make that an option. Before we get into the next one, I just have an honorable mention I want to shout out. That being choirberries. Choirberries are not super common, and they don't heal a lot of your health when you eat them. What makes them so bad, however, is the fact that they can literally kill you if you're not careful, or if you encounter them for the first time and you have no clue as to how deadly they can be. To me, this is extremely stupid. In a hostile world like Minecraft, even on normal difficulty, having a food item aside from rotten flesh or poisonous potatoes that can literally kill you by simply having you bump into the plant is absolutely ridiculous, especially considering how few benefits there are aside from decorations that this item has. And finally, coming in at number 1, we have Amethyst. So far, all the items on this list have had a practical function or purpose in the game. However, this item literally has no functional purpose whatsoever. And I mean literally. This is purely a purple block that makes pretty noises and that kind of looks cool. The only exception to this rule is that you can craft a telescope if you take 2 copper ingots and an amethyst shard on the crafting table. However, if you play at Minecraft on default and even on Lunar Client or other launchers such as Lunar Client, you can literally just press the C button and you can zoom in without having to have a separate item dedicated to that. So ultimately, Amethyst in many cases is simply the worst item in Minecraft. Well everyone, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you liked and made it this far, please be sure to like, subscribe, and comment down below if you have any suggestions or critiques. Also be sure to follow me on all my social medias, including Instagram, Twitter, and even my Twitch and Rumble accounts. I'll be doing live streams on Twitch every so often, at certain milestones on special events. I also post content that I can't quite post on YouTube on Rumble. And with that, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.